So which can of soup has the lowest price? This one. The 10-ounce can. Yeah, but you guys don't remember.
I do.
10-ounce can. All right, this is on page 504. 505.
Yeah.
Page 505. All right, an astronaut in a spacesuit weighs about 300 pounds on Earth, but only 50 pounds on the moon. So, and this will come as a surprise to most of you, but 300 pounds is greater than 50 pounds. Yeah, sometimes you just gotta go pretty deep into math, you find this stuff out, okay? If the astronaut and the spacesuit each weighs half as much, would the inequality still be true? Well, let's find out. What's 300 divided by 2? 150. What's 50 divided by 2? Is the inequality still true?
Yes.
Yes. So if yes was right here, which it is in your book, we would circle it. If no was right here, just leave it alone. In addition to this, is the weight of one astronaut greater on Pluto or Earth?
Well, what if there's like a really fat one?
Well, if we look at this, the 300-pound astronaut, now that includes the suit. Okay, astronauts, unfortunately, like me, I would not qualify as an astronaut because I'm too fat. Okay, I wouldn't fit in the space shuttle and stuff, and you know what I mean. Also, Pluto, you can see the same astronaut would weigh 67 pounds. So which is bigger? Earth. Would weigh more on Earth. Okay. Now, here's the thing: is it says, well, what if there were 5 astronauts?
There's not.
Well, if you had 5 300-pound astronauts, then you would have
1,500.
good. And would that be greater than 5 67-pound astronauts? Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Okay. And what is that? 335? Yep, it is much greater. So finally, is the weight of one astronaut greater on Jupiter or on Earth? Well, let's look at Jupiter. 796 pounds. The Earthling one is 300 pounds. So it looks like it's going to be Jupiter. Now, if you took 5 of those same astronauts, it would still weigh more on Jupiter. Okay? Explain by using an inequality. This is the inequality. So you have 5 astronauts at 300 pounds, which would be less than 5 astronauts at 796 pounds. Bam. All right, here's the thing is, and this is the great thing about breaks, is that when we come back, you guys forget everything,
No, we didn't.
and then teachers have to reteach everything. And so let's start from the beginning, okay? If you have a number like 1, the next number is 2. Okay? Actually, we don't have to start that early, so. But let's go back to inequalities, okay? Because some of you right now, after the break, are like, what is an inequality? Well, let's look over inequalities. Let's look at this one, like 2x. Let's say that it's greater than 12. Well, how would you solve this inequality? You would solve it the same way you would solve an equation. Well, what's the coefficient of x? 2, right? You take the 2 and divide it over here. Bam. X is greater than, what's 12 divided by 2? It's 6. Because again, some of you have forgotten this. Let's make a graph. All right. So we're going to need 3 numbers. What goes in the middle? 6. Okay. What goes to the left of 6? 5. And to the right, 7. So what we need to figure out now, is this going to be an open or closed circle?
Open.
It's going to be open.
We're seriously doing this that way.
Why is it open?
Because it's not greater than or equal to.
Very good. It doesn't have the equal to part of it, right? Now, is this one eating the x? Yeah, so it goes to the right. Very good. So this one goes to the right. There's my graphage.
So if it eats the x, you go to.
Okay, well, let's look at this one. Again, this is supposed to be helpful because many of you have forgotten over the break how to do these, and it's awesome. So let's do something like a these. 27. Okay. So once again, what is the coefficient of x? -3. So you divide over here by -3. Now the thing is, since it's negative, see the negative? Since it's negative,
It's not.
you gotta flip the sign. Okay? Well, the x is still over here. But what's -27 divided by -3?
So if the coefficient is negative, you flip it?
Niner.
Or if.
Yeah, all we're concerned about is the coefficient. If the coefficient is negative, you're going to flip it. Okay, that's why this is flipped. Well, let's graph. 1, 2, 3. What goes in the middle? Good old-fashioned niner. What goes to the left of niner? 8, 10. Very good. Is this one open or closed? It's open. Does it eat the x? No, so it goes to the left. So those two were pretty easy. Let's look at something like this. You got -2, x minus 1. And this one will be greater than or equal to -3x. Well, this one's a little bit more complicated. Okay? This one, you're actually going to have to play the switch and stay game, which the first step in the switch and stay game is distribute. So let's distribute.
Do you not remember?
Well, no, I look at it because if I don't, then most of you have forgotten the switch and stay game.
No, we didn't.
Oh, you did. Liar.
No.
Just like you're doing the homework, okay? So if you look over it, since you guys forget, that's what the sign is for, to help you not forget. All right? Or if you forget, that you have something to help you with, okay? So -2 times x is -2x. Minus -2 times 1, -2. This is equal to -3x. Well, that's minus a -2, so let's change that to plus. All right, switch and stay game. That just brings it straight down. Now let's put the x's on the right, numbers on the left. So -2x, switch or stay. Switch, +2x. +2, stay. -3x, switch. So the x's are there on the right. So 2, it has nothing to add or subtract to. What's 2 minus 3? -1. Very good. So now we have this inequality. What's the coefficient of x? -1. Well, since it's negative, it's going to flip. You got the x, and you still do need to divide by -1. So what's 2 divided by -1? -2. Bam. Now the graph. All right, what goes in the middle? -2. What goes to the right? All right, yeah, right. See, that's the problem. Now it's negative. -3 has less value, so it should go to the left. To the right is -1. Because it's negative. Well, let me finish real quick. -2, open or close circle? Closed. And is this one eating the x? Yeah, so it goes to the right. Ma'am. More examples. Let's look at this first one. Thank you, Julianne. So we're going to solve each of these inequalities, then graph them. And what's nice about this is it gives us the graph already. So what's the coefficient of W?
Negative.
All right, now it's a -3. So it's going to switch, right? Make sure the W, see how the W's on the left, just keep it on the left, okay? But we need -39 divided by -3. Just put in the calculator. It would give you 13. That's the inequality. Now we just need a graph. What goes in the middle?
13.
Very good. 12 and 14. Open or close circle? It's open. Right or the left? Right, very good.
But it's eating the W.
Now, since it is eating the W, we'll go to the right. All right, this one. There's a couple different ways you guys can do this one, but the first thing we do need to figure out is what the coefficient of H is.
1.
What'd be the coefficient of H?
1.
Well, it's not just 1, though there is a phantom 1 there. The coefficient here is 1/5. Okay? So when you take -12, you're going to divide by 1/5. And some of you remember you cannot divide by a fraction. So you've got -12 times 5/1. Well, that's going to give you the H.
-60.
That's -60, but which way will the shallowcat eat?
Wait, no, go this way because it's negative.
But the coefficient is negative.
Very good. Yes, it will not flip because, excellent. It doesn't flip because the coefficient is positive. If it were negative, then it would flip, okay? So let's graph this one. What goes in the middle? -60. What goes to the left? Negative what?
61.
Oh, very good. -61. So -59er. Open or closed? It's closed. Very good. Why does it go to the left?
Because it's not eating H.
Very good. It is not eating H. Or they can look like these. It's the same thing. All right. This is one of those pages that you could read right before you go to sleep. It'll help you to sleep. Although you may have nightmares because it's math. Okay? All this is saying is that you just divide by the coefficient. That's it. Okay, on this one, this first example, will we flip the inequality?
No.
What? Do we need to flip the inequality here? All right, because the coefficient is it's positive. So just keep it the same, all right? What about number 2 there? Do we need to flip the inequality? No. But let me ask you this. What is, yes, Sierra? Well, what is the coefficient of D?
Phantom 1.
Sierra?
Oh,
It is 1/2. Okay? So make sure you divide over here by 1/2. Also, is it negative?
No.
No, so do we need to flip the inequality?
No.
No. Okay, very good. Okay. One more thing about this one is, if you see that it's just a variable divided by a number like this one, just multiply it over here, times 2. That way you don't have to take the reciprocal stuff. But you can do that by choice.
wait. Then,
Or just keep dividing and you'll end up multiplying anyways.
then
It's all the same. Oh. Alright, Jess is going to do A.
Alright, so the coefficient of x is 4, so I did 40 divided by 4 and I got 10, which is what x equals. That's why I did the line. And 10, 9, 11. And since the x is not eaten by this thing right here, it goes to the left.
Okay, very good. So what is the inequality for this? Yeah, right? You still need the inequality. X is less than 10. Okay? There you go. All right, Bridger will do B.
Alright, so you have the coefficient, it's 1/7, so you do 6 divided by 1/7. But you can't do that, so you do 6 times 7 over 1, and then give me a second. Over 42. So then you have the graph, and you have 42, 43. Give me a second. And so you have that, so you fill it in. And it's not eating the x, so it goes to the left.
All right, Bridger, what's your inequality?
X. Wait. It's just has easier.
You said it wasn't eating the X.
40. Oh yeah, the x is eating 42.
No, a sign. Direct line. Line.
All right. Thank you, Bridger.
That is difficult.
All right. All right, so I'm going to point this out, okay? So, good job, Bridger, by the way. So notice he solved it. He solved it over here with the 42. Okay, just when you do this, just keep that. See how the x is already on the right of the inequality? Just keep it there. Okay, then you don't have to worry about when you finish if you're going to put the x on the left and which way it's eating, right? So then your 42 would go over here. You can still do it like this. I really don't care. It's usually helpful because then you don't have to remember as much. Otherwise, you got all those rules. Is it eating the x or not? But this would have given you that right away. So excellent work. No. It's very quick. All right. So remember, if it's one of these two signs, is okay, because on a graph you'll have 3 numbers. Okay. If it's one of these two, is the circle going to be open or closed? It'll be open. If it's one of these two, then it'll be closed, right? Okay?
It looks
So,
like an angry Mr. Smith.
whichever one it is, it goes in the middle. And then the second question you have to ask is, does it eat the x? So, for example, let's say if it was 3 is less than x, like this. Okay, I have 3, that's, see, because it's 3 is less than x. 2 and 4. Is it open or closed? It's open. Does it eat the x? Yeah, so we'll go to the right.
That picture's an angry Mr. Stone.
Okay? All right, this is more reading you can do. Read to your family. Make you sound really smart. Okay. Also, this is saying is that if the coefficient is negative, flip the sign. Flip it. No? Almost though. Yes. This is example 3 in the book. Do we need to flip the inequality?
Yes.
Yes, why?
The coefficient now.
Very good. Coefficient's negative. What about on this one? Well, first, what is the coefficient of x in example 4 here? Negative 1/3, right? Or 1 over negative 3. It doesn't matter. Is that negative? Yeah, so when you write this, it's going to flip that inequality, okay? That'll be... All right, try C. All right, Megan's going to do this for us. Good luck.
Okay, so 9 times negative 2 is negative 18. And then, so it's negative 18. And then that's negative 17. And then that's negative 19. And so it's open because there's no like line thing. And then it Oh wait. Okay. So it's negative. Wait, is it negative 18? Is
That is negative 18.
so is it k is less than negative 18?
I don't know.
Yes, you do.
Yes.
Okay. So
That's
k.
eating the K. No. No. You have to flip the sign.
Oh my. Okay.
Is that a diamond?
Yep. And then, okay. And then, so it's eating the K. So you have to go to the right. Right? Right?
I don't know.
Yes, you do.
I do. All right. Here's the thing is, well, that's good. If I see this on a test, minus points.
I can't erase it with an eraser.
Why not? So just cross it out and rewrite it.
That takes too long. Mr. Sal.
Well, if you want the points, you'll. Yeah, I would do it. Okay. It may take more time. It may be hard work. If that's what you're gonna do, then just. If you want the full points, then you'll have to rewrite it. Okay. But if I see this diamond stuff, just know. I don't know which way you meant.
No, you didn't tell me that. It's just too shallow.
Okay. Well, I know that's why I'm telling you now, so that on the test
Sal.
you don't do it. Okay. Well, there's the graph, and again, it was k is greater than negative 18.